In the first game Thursday morning, the Lovington Wildcats met the Bernalillo Spartans. Bernalillo, one of the top-rated AAA teams all year long. Lovington shot off to an early lead, but just before the end of the first quarter, the Spartans came back to take a 6-point lead at the break, with Vince Homer working inside for 14 first-half points and Perry Howard breaking the press and bombing from outside. The Wildcats shot to a 43-38 halftime lead. Lovington controlled the lead through the third quarter, but never was able to break away. Early in the final period, Bernalillo pulled to within one at 61-60, and then with a minute and a half left, Lovington had the ball and a 5-point lead. But the Wildcats couldn't make the free throws. In turn, 76 win. Vince Homer led the Wildcats with 22 points and 7 rebounds. Was it Homer's best game of the year?
Boy, I tell you what, right now I'd say yes. He's been coming on all year. He's a senior this year, and this is the first time he's been on varsity. He was a JV kid last year. I've only got 2 returning players from last year, so we're relatively young, but I think he played probably his best ball game of the year tonight.
Nathan Choate finished with 18 points and 10 rebounds, while Perry Howard added 19. The Wildcats shot 50% from the floor, but only 59% from the line. They now move on to meet the winner of the Deming K Central game Friday at 10:30 in the AAA semifinal. For his 40th birthday yesterday, the Lovington Wildcats gave Coach Art Karger a victory in the state basketball tournament. The question is, what would they do the day after his birthday? What the Wildcats did was play one of their finest games of the season against the Deming Wildcats. With the same kind of play as they showed in the win over Bernalillo Thursday, Perry Howard's driving shots and Vince Homer's rebounding and scoring, Lovington overcame several 5-point deficits in the second half to draw even with 4.5 minutes left in the game on a pair of Vince Homer free throws. Coach Art Karger's crew led by 1 to 3 points for most of the remainder of the game until Deming tied it up with 11 seconds left. Perry Howard brought it up the court, laid it off to Vince Homer, who banked home the winner with 6 seconds left. Deming lost the ball on the inbound play on a somewhat controversial call, and Lovington held on for a 76-74 win at a meeting with the Tucumcari-Taos winner in Saturday's finals. With a berth in the finals Saturday, have the Wildcats played 2 of their better games all year long?
No. That's about as quick as I can make it. This has got to be the highlight of our season right here. 2 games back-to-back with this kind of intensity. People have written us off a long time ago, but we've come back and we deserve in the finals.
The Wildcats were led by Vince Homer's 22 points, with Perry Howard and Greg Loper throwing in 15 apiece. Homer also had 8 rebounds, while Steve Ellison with 7 rebounds for the Wildcats. 76-74 the final. The Wildcats moving on to take on the Tucumcari-Taos winner in the AAA finals on Saturday. I'm Stan Holden reporting from Albuquerque for SportsCenter 6. Two weeks ago, the Lovington Wildcats were 9-13 and getting ready for the district tournament. Their hope, simply to come up with 2 wins and make it to the state tournament. The Wildcats did that, and it might have seemed as though that was enough. But not for Coach Art Karger's crew. In the opening game of the AAA tournament last Thursday, they upset a Bernalillo team that had been ranked near the top all year long. The heroes were Vince Homer and Perry Howard. Then Friday morning, they faced Deming, another highly ranked team. Again, it went right down to the wire with 6 seconds left. A bank shot by Vince Homer broke a 74 tie to move Lovington into the finals, where they would meet Tucumcari, a team that had already beaten the Wildcats 3 times, including a 26-point blowout a week before. This time, it was the triple threat of Lovington's 3 all-tourney selections and a fine supporting cast that did in the Rattlers. Perry Howard with 22 assists. Nathan Choate with 25 points, including an incredible 10 straight field goals. And Vince Homer pouring in an even more incredible 39 points. A performance Tucumcari couldn't match. And for the first time since 1949, when a young coach named Ralph Tasker was coaching the Wildcats, Lovington had a New Mexico basketball championship.
2 weeks ago, something clicked in us. We became a team, and we realized together we could win. You know, kind of like, as you said, the old cliche, closed fist and an open hand. We just closed our fist. 5 people and the other 7 on the bench, and turned a mediocre season probably into the most successful at Lovington in 34 years. I think our inside people, Brock Pemberton, Steve Ellison, Brian Zachary, Greg Lepore, Patrick Homer, played their finest game of the year. They didn't score, but they did what had to be done defensively on and on the rebounds.
Lovington Wildcats came home yesterday. They had the biggest trophy of them all, the state Class 3A basketball championship. And for whatever the so-called experts had to say about how the Wildcats got to Albuquerque, everyone was convinced up there when it was over, the Cats are the best. As for the folks in Lovington, they knew it all along. Judy Mulkey was on hand for the homecoming yesterday.
A jam-packed high school parking lot filled with the electricity of victory awaited the police-escorted Class AAA champs. For Lovington, it was the first state championship since 1949. Banners were strung and supporters cheered as Coach Art Carger told how he felt about the Wildcat victory.
I can't put it in words. I've had all night to think about it. There's 12 guys standing over here. They're the ones that receive the credit. I just went along for the ride. We made a goal to get to the state tournament, far beyond a dream that we'd ever be the state champions. It's been 34 years, and I was 6 years old then, and I hope it's not that long again because we plan on going back a few more years. But these guys deserve everything they've gotten. We went in as an unranked team. Nobody said we could do anything. We didn't deserve to be there, but you know, we brought home the blue trophy, and I don't care what they say, is the best team in 3A right here.
Lovington dominated the championship game against Tucumcari, racking up a 92-81 win. "We're number one" is a phrase, a song, and a proclamation to be heard throughout Lovington for many years to come.
1983 Class 3A state champion basketball team, Lovington Wildcats.
I'm Patrick Homer, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Greg Laporte, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Perry Howard, and I'm a junior.
Brock Pemberton, I'm a junior.
David Rollins, and I'm a junior.
Steve Elson, a senior.
Nathan Choate, senior.
Vince Homer, I'm senior.
I'm Paul Carberg, senior.
Manuel Crine, I'm a senior.
I'm Stacy Martin, and I'm a senior.
No matter what size we were, what speed we had, I think attitude has a lot to do with a kid's ability to play a game of basketball, the team sport. We showed a positive attitude all year. We took our thumps in the early part of the year. We were 11 and 14. People didn't believe in us. They called us lucky. They called us everything in the world. But I think the kids showed what kind of class we have, and with the administrators that we had and our athletic director and the support that they gave us, made the kids realize that they were important, and what we did was important not just for us, but for the community, the schools in this area. It's a story come true, you know, when you dream about it, and who would ever think the 14 and the 14 team would be state champions?
Oh, we have a great team. They're just a great bunch of guys. We just played together all since the district tournament, and we just played together as a team all the way from there.
Wanted to work hard at it and come out on top like we did. We knew everybody didn't believe in us.
I guess it was our confidence. You know, we kind of felt like underdogs, but in a way we felt like we should win in ways, and that carried us too a lot.
As one Lovington fan put it, for the first time in 34 years, we don't have to say wait till next year. The Lovington Wildcats are the state champions of AAA with a 92-81 win over district rival Tucumcari. Displaying the composure of veterans, the Wildcats never got rattled, even when Tucumcari seemed to be closing the gap. With the two bookends, Nathan Choate and Vince Homer, peppering from the outside, between them 27 of 37 from the field, and they weren't layups, the Wildcats maintained their lead, finishing with a flourish for the 11-point final margin. And what does it feel like to win a state championship?
Great. It's the greatest feeling in my life I had so far. It's always what we were shooting for the whole year.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. It's something I've been dreaming about since I was, just 5 or 6 years old, doing something like this. Scoring everything. I just love the game of basketball so much. And the guys that we, you got to give you credit to Tucumcari. They were great. They're a great team. They've already beat us. They beat us 3 times previously. But, we just had the heart. And a bunch of guys that we played with knew all along that we could do it. It was a total team effort. We knew the whole time that we could do it.
Greatest feeling I've ever experienced. I've been coaching, like I just told you, 17 years. Been in a state tournament twice. Runner-up once and third place before. And it was crushing. There's no experience like this. Nothing at all.
And so the Wildcats finished their season at 500, 14 and 14. But more importantly, after 34 years of waiting, Lovington has another state championship.
summed it up when he said he couldn't believe it. Well, it's hard to believe. Since 1949 is a long time against the same team.
I just think we played as a team, and that it's just great. I don't know what to say.
Great, yeah.